positions.
So where the chips going, Mr. Danog?
Man, I really hated Pari Parni's draft until I saw that Alchemist.
Yeah.
But,
3 minutes.
you've had 2.5 hours. Oh.
Oh.
All right, gives us time to think. It gives us time to hypothesize as well.
A big word.
I'm gonna say CYBERCATS. Like they've got a good amount of minus armor. Goo, corrosive, bad juju as well. It's a lot to have to deal with. And again, my predictions are based off of teams playing how I think they should be playing, you know? It goes out the window if you just sit back and allow the Alchemist to farm. If they're constantly running at this Alchemist when they hit their, 2-item timing, let's say, then CYBERCATS all the way. If not, Pari Parni are going to take it because Alchemist is just going to be able to out-farm everyone except for the Bristleback on CYBERCATS. Probably a game where you need to go like a more unorthodox item as well on someone on Pari Parni because they still have no instant catch for this puck. You need an Orchid, you need a Sheepstick, you need even a Basher is not going to be enough.
Yeah, they don't really have the flexibility though to. I guess we haven't. I mean, you can definitely fulfill that role actually with the Dawnbreaker, right? Pasha just goes BK. Yeah, BKB first shard. You won't go Deso this game. I think it's a bit too greedy. You just want to make sure you stay alive and don't get run over. So I think like BKB shard, blink into Basher, and that could be the way. It's definitely. It's not your DK jumping Dragon Tail or your Shaman Lion Hex, nothing like that, but it could definitely help out. That's kind of something we did overlook. Immersion can go blink as well. ROTW is going to get a blink. So I guess they're not dealing with the puck, but I think like throughout the draft, we were really hesitant about Pari Parni, just their control and how they could kind of initiate fights. But I guess looking at it a little bit more, they do have ways to fix that issue. It's going to come a little bit later though. It's not like you have the resolutions even through the first 15 minutes. It's probably going to be like 25 minutes in.
Yeah, completely agree.
What's going on here, brothers? I like the look of this. They got a trap ready to spring it. Pari Parni, I'll walk on by. Immersion, don't get too close, friend. Smoke might... he probably doesn't recognize that it just popped. I think it ran out. RTW is going to consider out charging in. 5-on-5. You love to see it. CYBERCATS. They might just turn to Heaven instead. This Enchantress just walked on forward. Heaven taking a beating at the moment. Nature's attendance. Is the kill going to be enough? It is not. DK Fergus finds our first blood. And now they're going to continue to chase them away. Eagles on the prowl. IOTW's got another concoction to throw out. Before Heroes on CYBERCATS, though, they might get a return kill. H2O turns it back around, though. The poison touching up. They've stepped too far over. DK Focus again. A double crush. 3 kills to start the game on CYBERCATS, and you wouldn't want it any other way if you're a Radiant fan.
Well, that makes their life a lot easier, for sure, just to be able to have a couple of kills, particularly over onto the Bristleback. DK Focus as well. I believe he was the one that got that first blood for his team, so it's going to certainly stabilize the lane a little bit. You've got a very strong one up here with the Alchemist and the Marcy once you hit up onto that level 3, level 4 mark, but not so much anymore now that you've already got the Bracer picked up by not by Bristleback, by the Slaughter there. Bristle with his courier just already sitting at that side shop because he got a couple of kills himself. Almost nearly has the Ring of Health available for himself.
What a way to start. 1,000 net worth lead. And it's going to be... I really felt like Pari Parni, of course, put a lot of emphasis on the lanes in their draft. So the fact that CYBERCATS now are going to have a good chunk of change to be working with could maybe offset that advantage we were expecting out of Pari Parni. Top lane, Phasor. Man, that's a lot of damage coming out from the concoction once it's charged up fully. But IOTW is just mindlessly ran into the middle. There's DK Fogus playing with his level 2 at the moment. So double stun potential, and you see the trading as well. This Slaughter is going to be very difficult to deal with in this lane.
How often do you see an Alchemist buying a Blightstone as well, level 1? Like, he is really focused on being able to get the better end of these trades. Of course, it does do a lot of harass to the Skywrath Mage, but you're not level 2 yet, my man. You're going to need to use that concoction in a really poor way. Oh, okay, won't suicide to it.
Has he got a Selv coming out? Marcy's got some Tangos, so... Yeah, this is not a good start. Immersion's got a Selv, please don't do it. Just give him the Tango. Let him eat the Iron Branch. On.
He needs the Tango right now. There we go.
All right. Is under attack.
Oh. Mid lane should be fine for Depressed Kid. You're got a little bit of a right click. Well, actually, a pretty big right click advantage over the puck. You've got the Arc Lightning to be able to spam. And the really supports are going to put some pressure on. Should be able to secure some of the water runes. He's already got one at the moment. So I feel like mid's just going to be a farm fest. A lot of the action's going to be in the side lanes.
Going to become a little bit easier for Igor, though. With all those kills that he was a part of, he's already finished up his bottle as well as the magic stick. Doesn't have the full wand just yet, but it just makes trading against a Zeus so much more easy.
Bottom lane, like you mentioned, CYBERCATS very, very comfortable with this combo, though H2 is going to be in a bit of trouble. Pasha with the level 2 in the Celestial Hammer is able to push on forward to get their first kill of the game on Pari Parni, so they're able to hit the board.
Honestly, in some of these later fights, Dazzle's going to become a pretty significant damage dealer in his own right. Like, the Shadow Wave and the Poison Tux are both physical, and you've already got 2 instances of minus armor without the Dazzle even being considered on his own, so... expect a lot of heroes to just blow up once CYBERCATS feel they're ready for fighting.
Alchemist. LTW is actually going to go down top lane. Looks like Immersion was trying to get the creep wave back into a position where the Elk could farm safely, but CYBERCATS recognize this and pounce on that opportunity to bring down the Alchemist.
Can't be doing that against a Slaughter. That's like the last hero that you want to be 1v1ing against is any kind of melee core. This is a disaster. Alchemist, what, more than 1,000 net worth behind?
Jesus,
4 minutes in?
My lord. So, because I thought this lane was going to go a lot better than what... Of course, a lot of it comes down to the pre-horn battle that we had occur, but what's the call now? Do you just look to make a crap load of stacks for the Alchemist? Do you rotate early on maybe the mid lane or a support?
This kill would help, certainly, if they're able to get onto it, but look, it's just moving so slowly. No boots, concussive shot. It really does need to be a movement coming through from... Oh, I don't even know, man. Maybe just trying to build up some stacks, but they've got a puck, they've got a Bristleback that are able to take them. I don't know, feels like a disaster. It's not like you've got the puck on your side.
DK Fogus taking a bunch of damage at the moment. RTW does just get the concoction off, and now with the acid spray drop down as well, but look at him zoom out! Oh, 8 health DK Fogus just survives.
Gotta be careful, Immersion's there. He wants to go for that rebound onto him. So he'll end up backing off.
Zeus is close to 6. He's gonna get it on the creep wave. Yeah, he'll kill him. Oh, they clipped!
Oh, the fortify!
Nah, won't be enough. Surely. Yeah, oh, they scanned as well. Oh, they scanned as well. What a good read. What a read. That was on point. On point, exactly where he was. Depressed Kid, beautifully done. That's a much needed kill.
That was about 20 HP short of being able to survive. I was thinking maybe he wants to stay standing under the tier 2 tower, just get that little bit of extra regen. He ended up getting the phase boots delivered to him. Not the phase boots, the power treads. It still wasn't enough.
RTW was like, no, not this guy. Back to the lane.
He's back.
Oh, God. What did the Elk just complete? Soaring. All right. A little bit of extra armor is always going to be nice.
I mean, this might be a game where you're happy to go into a Midas as well on the Slaughter. Gives you a lot of movement speed. Sorry, not movement speed, attack speed. You're up against an Enchantress, so just that potential to instantly remove one of her creeps. Lets you scale. I wouldn't hate it.
Mid lane. Cole's going to be laid down from Igor. They've got a rotation coming out from the duo supports as well. Heaven, can he keep the Zeus alive with the wall stomp, holding back the Dazzle? But Igor is able to jump on the high ground off the back of the waning rift, so he can combat the Zeus And they will get a 1-for-1, and that's a big trade for them to be able to find as well, slowing down Depressed Kid on the Zeus.
Yeah, very important. Even with the Skywrath making the rotation through, they attempted to go in onto DK Focus, but he's just too damn tanky at this stage. They might try it again, though. Now with the sidekick.
Have they disposed? No.
Dire's middle tower is under
I'm still looking at if they're being able to make any stacks or not. Looks like Heaven's just playing his own game. Trying to get as much farm as he possibly can, of course. Position 4 Enchantress, especially in Eastern Europe. There's some greedy buggers. They really like to get their own farm. You see already Treads is queued up for Heaven. See how much damage he can do as the game goes on.
Even just making the Puck's life a little bit more difficult if he does choose to make the rotation through. He's got the Satyr Mind Stealer, so that mana burn, very effective against a Puck.
Dire's bottom
There's 3
tower
up top.
is
I
under attack.
believe they were revealed, even though it's nighttime, because the creep wave was a little bit too close to them.
They got that lane ward as well that says H2O. So yeah, they're
Yeah.
well aware of the Dazzle being here.
That's for me.
Feels like they might be wanting to make another move happen now that they've got the Solar Guardian and the Thunder Gods up top.
He just gets out of range of the AoE and a triple crush as well, but look at Eagle's rotation. Coiled already, trying to at least 2 heroes together. They'll target down RLTW for the first kill. They'll look to turn towards Immersion next as H2O secures both of them, but they're not done just yet with Pasha. A tier 1 tower will do nothing to hold back CYBERCATS as they are on an onslaught to start this game 1.
Radiant's
Trying to get a
middle
little bit of
tower
tower
is under
damage done,
attack.
though, with Heaven. Putting some pressure onto that mid lane. No one able to make the rotation through, considering Puck did make that rotation previously.
keeping
with
back
the
top.
Radiant's middle
Oh,
tower is
God.
under attack.
I mean, he needs that level 6. I don't think he's in a position to just go to jungle just yet. You don't have the sustain, so really it's just about Immersion. Stay close by, but
Mid
not close
lane.
enough to leech my XP.
Look at the wraparound from Phasor. Beautiful position for the Skywrath Mage and Zeus. Look at him just avoid Heaven. They don't care about this measly old Enchantress. They'll go back in for him afterwards. They want priority number 1 in Depressed Kid. And Shigetsu. Nice rotation as well for the Bristleback. CYBERCATS are just really on another level to start this game 1 off.
They were able to get the tower, though. That is important. Just opening up the map a whole lot more, particularly for the Enchantress to be able to make plays. Now, if he decides to go in onto the Puck, if he's out of position, you don't have that instant TP response
Dire's
coming
middle
from the
tower
rest of the
is
team.
under attack.
Top lane. I'm going to try and DK Focus.
Very optimistic coming through from my LTW there. Using the unstable concoction perhaps a little bit early.
Man, RTW's got to be cautious.
Radiant's
Phazor's
bottom
already
tower
level
is
6.
under attack.
Look at this. He's got 2 bodyguards with him at the moment. He's
There's a couple of times where they've been using the concussive shot as well, and they just smoked underneath this observer ward. Like, this is a really obvious ward, and it's just let it survive for the longest time.
Fuck you good.
Smoke's gonna pop. Phasor scats it out, so Phogos is able to get away. Still sticking around. Oh, look at Phasor
Dire's top tower
dancing
is
through the
under
tree line.
attack.
Heaven finally able to run into him. So this will be a freebie for Pari Parni. Of course, we did see a couple of seconds ago. Pasha did go down bottom to the rotation of the Puck in combination with Shigetsu.
Dire's
They're able
middle
to get the
tower is
offlaner.
under attack.
Okay, something. But again, Shigetsu's just farming up. Vanguard, Boots, Soul Ring, 2 components of the Aghanim Scepter already finished at 10 minutes. Kind of ridiculous.
He's got
And he
a
is going for that Mask of Madness on DK Focus. I like it. You know, you got all this minus armor, make use of it. You just want to be whacking people.
yeah. I think this is the build that I've seen favored a little more often than not now on
You could say
Slados.
Amar. You could say Amar does it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely Amar does it. I think even a couple of other Slardars that... dude, I'm watching so many replays. It's just everyone's names are just blending together. But Amar is definitely one of them that really likes this Mask of Madness. He'll do it every single game. It's really nice for what it provides you, because I think Slardar is someone with Hold That Thought as Heaven. Easy pickings. Just a measly Enchantress trying to
Radiant's middle
scout
tower
out
is under attack.
and protect the jungle. Make sure his Alchemist doesn't get picked off. But The issue with the starter is your capability to catch up. You're incredibly strong laning hero, but if you die a couple times, you don't have ways to keep up in farm. And I think the Mask of Madness, it's a pseudo way to keep up, and also as the game goes on as well, you can have this perma bash as an opportunity. Ice actually likes going for, you know, like Moonshot and prioritizing a lot more attack speed items, like after Blink BKB.
Sure. I mean, it is 110 attack speed. It's a lot, right? I was considering the Midas previously just because it was an Enchantress answer as well, but of course that's only 40 attack speed, so it's a big difference, not just for the damage potential in team fights, but also just your farming. And you can see instantly popping it there just to quickly clear out this creep wave.
Something I saw Faith Beyond do like a year and a bit ago was Midas Slaughter. I was a really big fan of him going down that route because, like you said, attack speed, he has issues with keeping up in farm. He can kind of fall behind. But Slaughter's levels and talents are a big reason why this hero is picked. As we'll hold that thought, though, because CYBERCATS are smoking down the bottom. Pasha's going to be the target for them. Shigetsu is giving them all the information they would need, so they're well aware of Pasha's positioning. They might actually go around towards the triangle to see if the Alchemist is home, but LTW's already made his way back towards the top jungle. So they're going to have to just resort for Pasha.
I mean, they could very easily just try and get that courier, feeling like the kill was the higher priority, but they're going to back up.
I just slithers on Pash. Like, don't mind me.
Well, ILTW, he had a horrible laning stage, but he's coming back into it. Just 600 gold away from that Sacred Relic. Will certainly enable him in a lot of these early team fights, but he's going to need it pretty damn soon because this is a Bristleback with Aghanim Scepter now that you have to contend with, and he is ready to just hit the go button on Shigetsu.
What H2O? Only level 6. Guys, come on. Come on, give me a little bit of levels. What's actually the skill build here for the Dazzle? Are you happy with 2 points in the Poison Touch? Are you considering about putting more points into your other defensive abilities?
2 points are fine. I think that Shallow Grave oftentimes is something that needs to be maxed out. Like Shadow Wave, and I don't want to see another point in Poison Touch for the rest of this game until he's like... I honestly think the game could be over by the time he has enough to maybe put into the Poison Touch, right? Shadow Wave, just so great for a lot of this AoE damage that's going to be coming out. You think of the Zeus, the AoE from the Radiance, Dawnbreaker, lots of AoE damage, so that's going to be obviously a really useful tool. And just the extra range on the Shallow Grave is nice.
Reskin? Baiting out the DD. Gonna get a little bit more movement speed to charge on 4, but the Thunder God's Wrath comes early. And now they won't have that finishing blow after the Grave, and they're gonna be cautious. Igor, the wraparound, they're actually charging to the left instead of moving defensively. They got the Solar Guardian out. It's going to cut the fight into half. They can't charge on to get the finishing blow onto the Zeus. So Depressed Kid's going to be okay. Fergus doesn't also kill off Immersion as well. So Pari Parni do an incredible job to kite CYBERCATS throughout this team fight. They don't have the stuns to lock them in place. Ego's going to be able to close the distance. Finally, they'll deal with Immersion. Now it's... Oh, Shigetsu. So much damage, just cleans up another support as well. But Pasha, he's rocked up to the party a little bit too late. You don't want to be dealing with this. Bristleback look at all the minus armor, corrosive haze, along with a couple of goose stacks, and they just melt.
Yeah, they're ready to go on to Roche. I'm a little surprised that DK Fogus is not immediately joining, but wanting to get rid of that Observer Word first. That could have gone so much better for CYBERCATS, if not for one tiny little thing. H2O actually had the Arcane Boots up the entire time, and I feel like he was a little bit hesitant to go in there on Igor just because he was only on about a quarter of his mana. Didn't want to get caught out without any kind of escape tools. That ends up meaning that they need to overextend without the extra damage coming through from the puck, and ended up being a relatively even trade, even though it is, of course, CYBERCATS that end up getting that early Roche.
Have Radiant so online for ILTW.
And he's been farming this whole time.
Getting a good amount of farm as well. What do you reckon next item's gonna be? Do you have to go casual like plate mail this early? No, he's got BKB.
On ILTW?
Yeah, it would feel really weird before BKB. So, but I'm just concerned on...
I get what you're saying. Like, he needs that, or I think AC is fine too.
Asha down bottom. They got the ward to be able to scout out inside the jump. No way. Oh my lord, of course. I mean, you honestly, Pari Parni, they need any little bit of luck they can get.
I really want to see CYBERCATS just continue to move forward. They've got everything they could possibly want. Blink Dagger up on Slaughter, Blink Dagger on Puck. Bristle insanely farmed right now. Don't hate him playing on this top side, just continuously pushing the wave in, because I really don't see him dying up on his own. So it's really just about the others shoving the waves in, looking to close in the amount of space that ILTW has to be able to farm.
Regeneration.
See, do you feel like he's required for this tier 1 tower? I don't know if they can go for it without the Bristle back here, because no one really sieges but him. Emergent's got a TP and Thunder God's Wrath will scout them out, but importantly, it stops the Blink Dagger on DK Fogos. They're going to toss it back into the middle, so the Solar Guardian will find the connection, but they've got to be cautious about Depressed Kid's positioning. Shigetsu instantly scouts out the Zeus and charges on forward to take him out of the team fight. Depressed Kid will not be able to pump in the damage required to turn this one back around as DK Fogos re-enters, crushing down Pasha, and they'll turn to heaven next as CYBERCATS lose out on 2 heroes, but what a trade it is in the end as the Alchemist sole survivor across the map.
That's how you want to be playing it. They're going to rotate through and look to take mid. Top probably would have been the better option, not realizing perhaps that the glyph was still off for the next 30 seconds. Would have been an easy way to claim a tier 2. Tier 1, just as valuable, but just being able to open up the Dire Jungle would have been such a big boon. Also would have been able to remove one of these key observer wards, scouting out a lot of those early movements. So it is of course a win coming through from CYBERCATS, but could have been so much more.
Oh, this guy's got BKB. Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
8-0 and 5, Mr. Shigetsu.
18 minutes in, level 18. Love to see it. More minus armor coming soon with a plate mail.
It's gotta be quite some time before ILTW.
Asha, you just TP'd down here. They know you don't have Solar Guardian.
Poe's gonna leash him into the tree line. Everyone else is... They got their own duty trying to take a battle up top, so Pasha will get no help. Very nicely done from CYBERCATS, getting a pick off and then being able to transition that into the tier 1 tower.
So this is why you don't let them have the Dazzle and Bristleback combo, because like I said, they've been doing it all throughout these qualifiers and with great success. Basically carbon copy of this result every single time. Back and continue to farm up a little bit. Again, just it's all about taking away the Alchemist space to be able to farm. Right now he's in mid lane, just shoving it in. ILTW is doing the right thing. I really want to see Shigetsu put a little bit more pressure onto the lanes. Force out another glyph, because next time you win a team fight, you're going to be able to take tier 2s. Multiple of them.
Dire are scanning.
Top lane, they're waiting for Phasor to show. You'll take whatever pick off you can get, but you got to be fast with the kill and then look to get out. And look at the Delta split. Immersion down to the south into the TP Eagle. Fogos is in instead. Nicely done. Shigetsu beyond godlike. They do drag them across the map though. So it does look like no tier 2 towers are going to be claimed with this Aegis. Unless they're going to charge down mid with 40 seconds of it left.
Radiant are scanning.
It's an option, for sure. Oh, ILTW would be a great pick off too, maybe with a
He's got
Slaughter.
BKB. Using it defensively though. An awkward position for them to be in. Down to the left side though. They'll deal with H2O. That is important. They need the Dazzle early to be able to continue with the sustain throughout the team fights. Shigetsu though, just a couple of right clicks, gets rid of heaven. Meanwhile, Depressed Kid off to the higher ground there, but to run into the Zeus once again. Depressed Kid really struggling with his positioning this game.
10 seconds on Aegis, actually 5 now. So Shigetsu, he's just going to be completely okay to go back on in. No Zeus being alive, that's the main thing that you're concerned about right now. So yeah, Shigetsu, you're free to just continue running on forward.
Far out. 4 levels ahead of the second highest. Gotta get a little bit of extra gold and experience as well. Just 3. Yeah, my god. Okay, so back on your point before. You said this is something that they've been running multiple times through the qualifiers. Of course, we've seen it in recent series as well. I don't hate their answer to it on Pari Parni. Like, I do really feel like this Alchemist, if he had a good game and if the disaster that happened pre-Horn, like, that completely ruined their lanes. I feel like we're expecting Alchemist to have a Silver's Edge and a much better game.
I guess. And I suppose the Marcy combined with the Alchemist is good, assuming the Alchemist is farmed, right? You need to make sure that you're giving
Shigetsu's
him
by
that extra.
himself.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah, but
has fallen.
who cares?
They're gonna
Oh, maybe.
try. You gotta be cautious now.
Oh, he's turning around.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're taking a little bit too long to get the damage in. These Grus are stacking up.
Yeah, with the Chemical Rage plus the Sidekick, it's a decent amount of damage, right? But before that, I feel like it's just... You're waiting too long for the Marcy to actually be effective. So, yeah, this is what happens. I believe that's AC finished up now as well. They don't have Glyph. One tier 2 tower's gone. They could just look to snowball through and get the rest.
Oh, sure.
See you later, partner.
Oh, sure.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Away from the lads. Pari Parni is still coming, even without Pasha. I suppose he can buy
This
back
is
with the
awesome.
Solar
Missed it,
Guardian,
Kevin.
but... Yeah, go for the deny. Hate to see it. Dude, she gets his love and life, dude. This has to be so fun for the carry on CYBERCATS. 15-0-5. He could go anywhere. He could go high ground. They couldn't do shit about it.
This is like watching one of Black's replays. I mean, he is just like going in against these people that feel like they're so much lower MMR than him. And he's just stopping them. What can they do to stop?
Jesus. He's got Brits of travel
Dire's
next.
middle tower
Why
has
not?
fallen.
What a
go top.
hero.
Secure that. Wait for second Roche.
Dire's
Take
top
Roche with
tower
all of
is
your
under
50
attack.
million minus armor in the game. I'm not seeing enough of this this percentage damage against a bristleback, man.
Dire's top tower
Yeah, no
has
Vessel
fallen.
picked up.
No Vessel, DP was banned, no Phoenix, no Wyvern. These are the heroes that you need to be able to play against a bristle.
Scanning.
Do have Static Field, at least down for Depressed Kid. I do think High Ground is still very difficult to crack, even with Ages. Into the Impetus spam, into the Arc Lightning, Depressed Kid will be able to position much safer. It's going to be very difficult for DK Fogos to be able to jump, or Igor as well. You might be able to get the coil, but he could just heavily jump onto tier 4 towers, and that could be too deep into buyback. So I think you're going to need... I'm trying to see what item they need to go high ground. Definitely has to be Ages. I think Ages plus pickoffs. I don't think even an item's really going to help out. Maybe 25, because it's going to come pretty fast with how much the bristleback's getting.
Yeah, I mean, his 25 is going to be big. Honestly, like, he's... hasn't had to use the BKB a single time, right? So what do you even do once he just stands there, turns his back to you, and whacks at the tier 3s? I really don't see there being anything that you can do against that. And H2O's got the freedom to pick up a gem super early on. You know, you're up against a Zeus lineup. Normally, they're the ones that have that map control because of the lightning bolt, but if you've got a bristle that's this farmed,
Eagle.
you can just take...
Oh, look
nice.
at that coil. Oh, this is a disaster. Shigetsu is going to be able to clean up house here. They're all leashed together as the bristleback can get the quills and the goose stacking up. That was beautiful timing from Eagle. Popped the smoke on the high gun, was instantly able to get him the vision and jumped on that opportunity.
Dire's middle tower
That's a good way to go high ground as well. Igor right now just playing the distraction plays, keeping the Zeus away, keeping all 3 cores away, but, well, has to pop the ultimate to be able to keep him backed off. Still pushes them away. 30 seconds left on the Roshan timer.
What's the KDA of
little part
Shigetsu
of
at the end?
This
Oh,
little
yeah,
part
go
of me
for
just seems to think that Pari Parni might be able to come back into this. I
I
don't know
reckon
why.
they can. What do you mean? What's the probability? 9%. Jesus. I reckon they can. I guess we haven't really brought up the fact this is an Alchemist lineup and it's 6,000. Like, it should probably... Like, it pretty much means it's like 12,000 net worth lead at the moment for CYBERCATS. But I really believe in this Zeus.
If they win this team fight, they can win the game.
What? Eagle again pops the smoke. They got the ward. Again moving outside the base, but they can't get themselves set up with the formation. RTW is going to try and target the bristleback at the moment, but they're only tickling Shigetsu, and they haven't dealt with H2 as well. The Grave's going to hold him in
Shigetsu's cut
place.
off.
Shigetsu's going to go for a TP up. Where are the stuns? Oh no! The one time they could have got the bristleback, they were just lacking the control. As Shigetsu TP's out, but RTW, he wants revenge. He at least wants the consolation
up.
prize. All right. Roche is up as well.
Yeah, this is where that lack of stuns really starts to hurt you, right? Like, you have nothing to be able to catch out the puck.
Oh,
and
no.
that time, it would have even claimed... Ooh. Just giving him more minus armor. Standing inside the acid spray. I have to give this one away. Who's even going to claim this?
Marshall?
Wouldn't hate seeing the Dazzle.
Roshan
Oh,
has fallen to the Raider.
give it to the Dazzle. There we go. Aghanim Shard picked up by H2O. Very nice.
Are they gonna do this? Immersion?
I don't think you want to. Puck just TP bot.
Alright, let's see. This will be the true test of their high ground with the Zeus.
What's the gem, by the way? H2O picked it back up, I believe.
Phasel's got it now. Yep.
Dire are scanning.
What do we got? Nothing really coming out in the Elk. I think... What did you just complete? Maybe Blink? Yeah, it has to be Blink. Pasha? Pasha. Oh, BKB,
He had Shard
but
as well.
the Bash for Focus, Pasha's actually going to be able to reposition back to the base. She gets his in as well, but will not be able to catch up. That's a BKB now expended, though, from Pasha, so they will not have it. All this defense if CYBERCATS want to try and push the issue.
It's a pretty... like, I know you're the position 1 on ILTW, but it is a damn good Berserk Potion game. Look at all the stuff it gets rid of. It gets rid of the goo, it gets rid of the silence from the puck, gets rid of all of Dazzle's damage
that's
over
not
time.
good. He's in trouble here. She's got the Basher and Abyssal Blade to work with, so ILTW just can't BKB TP out, and Shigetsu's moving incredibly fast. They need to try and connect to the Alchemist. Immersion's going to be there. Deco Focus is in as well, but look at the combo Immersion. Gets him out of harm's way. Beautifully done. Just buying enough time for ILTW to retreat back inside the base. Will come at a cost, though, in Immersion's life. I believe that's a
Lucas has
dieback
found
as
the
well.
Zeus.
To Press Kid. Oh, no. Trying to clear mid before they can keep up with him to stall this game out, but CYBERCATS seem to be everywhere.
Just again, whacking in onto those tier 3s without the Zeus. Doesn't feel like there's much they can do, although he did just get enough gold for the buyback. So could go for that last ditch effort. Might need to. I mean, this is an AC Bristleback, nearly level 25. You're just going to lose all of your lanes of racks if you don't do something.
I think you
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
you give up at least this, and top might just be melee top with the Zeus, although they don't have glyph.
Yeah, they don't have much.
He's gonna
Dire's
charge
top
it
tower
up.
has fallen.
It really is so close to respawning. You don't want them to jump and try and get a kill before the buybacks, and they might have that opportunity with the 4-stuff in. Pass shot, a BKB, but they've got the control to go through the magic immunity. Pass shot, he can buy back and utilize the Solar Guardian, but the barracks are exposed.
Getsu, no fear. Just going back on in with an E-Blade coming out onto his face. It's still not enough to dissuade him. There's no need for them to stay up here even. He's at nearly level 25, I suppose, but don't want to be
Eagle,
wasting that ages. You
ooh,
don't
that's
have to.
another beautiful coil from Eagle, holding two together. It's all on Press Kid for this high ground defense, and without the Zeus, the lineup at Pari Parni just gonna crumble. Jeez, it dropped, and CYBERCATS just completely annihilate this game 1. Oh my lord, dude. It went 21-0-8. Shigetsu just... What a performance from the carry on CYBERCATS. Take a bow.
Draft victory, 2 words. I
Not
mean,
victory, Danog. No, what do you mean? We weren't saying it was a